Hey, how's it going? Glad you're here. This is Megadad's Live, episode 117. On today's show, we're talking all about Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and we also dig into Antonio's really strong feelings about folks who don't wash their hands properly after making Boom Boom. But before we begin the show, we want to take this moment to thank all of our members of Megadads Plus. You can sign up for Megadads Plus now for free. That's right, we have a free tier. Just go ahead and go to patreon.com/megadads. You can sign up for free. You can sign up and pledge $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. You get a host of exclusive content, and you get to be a member of the Megadads Plus community. Those members for the month of November are Luke Lore, Spokes, Emily Smith, Brent, Peter McDaniel, John DeFrancesco, Mike Salvino, Estuardo Zenteno, Banger Bang McBanger, the third Banger, son of Banger of the House of the Bangers. Thanks, Banger. Brandon Wilson, the Snack Network, Dave Soto, Jesse Waldeck, Timothy Alf, Andy Penzick, Luke Porter, David Snyder, the Bafo Yucks Dudes, Justin Masson, and the Nintendo Dads Podcast. There's 4 Nintendo Dads in there. I should send those guys a bunt cake.
We went to a trunk or treat and we bumped into someone we knew who has a baby. And I mean a baby. Like still
I know what a baby is.
Like can't like were the neck still a little loose?
A baby.
This baby's eating a popsicle. Dude, but it's a baby. Like little must have been not 1 year old, dude. This baby was like purple all over the mouth, just like didn't know really what to do with it, like by chance, like getting the tongue on it and just like
it's
it was
a
crazy.
baby.
If their mouth was purple, they might have been choking.
You don't oh my God, you're right.
Megadads Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Megadads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
I couldn't be better. So I came from my sister's birthday. She was born the day before Halloween, October 30th, and she's hated it her whole life.
Really?
Because she says it ruined her birthday. People are all excited about Halloween, especially as a kid. If you think about it, it's like, hey, do you want to come to my birthday party? It's around the same time you're supposed to get free fucking candy. It doesn't work out. Trust me. So she's been pissed about it.
Okay, but like Halloween is like super specific about when the free candy happens.
It doesn't work out.
Just do like the weekend before.
Kids are like, so when my mother-in-law called my daughter to say goodnight the other day, she said, I want to see you, Lily. I want to see you. And she goes, how about in 5 sleeps? And then my mother-in-law was like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. Can you do in 3 sleeps? And then she's like, let me check my schedule, and pulls out her fake toy phone, is looking at it. She goes, I'm in a time crunch. And then says, how about 4 sleeps? And then we figure it out later that based on what she was doing, not only is she negotiating at 3, but she was telling my mother-in-law that she couldn't see her until after Halloween because she was busy. Like that's what in her mind, she couldn't do anything before then. And that's why, because that's the way kids think. My daughter is like, incredible.
She's very method about her costume.
She was just like, that's what I'm doing. I can't see you until I'm done with Halloween. That's a kid's mentality. Like that's how they treat it. Oh my God. I was so impressed. I'm like, way to not overbook. So I'm very excited about Halloween because of the candy. I mean, we don't allow her to have the candy, right? Like, okay, you could have 1 piece. You know where that candy goes? Right in daddy pocket. Okay, that's my stuff.
Piece?
That's me. Yep. And what are you gonna do?
1 piece and then you steal it?
I did not steal it. I inherited it. There was a fund that was
she
created.
dead?
She can get it when she's of age.
Well, then it's not any good. So wait,
know.
you steal it and you hoard it?
Don't fucking act like you guys don't eat the candy, okay? Don't act like you're above it. Don't act like you're above it.
I mean, I eat the candy, but like
I don't pretend it's in a trust fund.
She's 3. She's 3. She can't handle it. She can't handle that shit. It's way too hard for her.
Wow.
She has a sip of like apple juice. She's like running around the house for like.
So
3
like
hours.
what? She turns 18 and you're like, okay, now if you spend the night in the haunted mansion up on the hill, you can have all the Halloween candy from all previous Halloweens.
It's gonna be okay. Do you want to go to prom or do you want all that candy back that I've been holding on to? That's what it's gonna be.
What happens if she wants the candy?
Nobody's gonna pick fucking.
He's
candy.
gonna be
What if
screwed.
she picks the candy to fuck you over?
I
All that
haven't-
nougat's
I-
gonna have gone straight to your ass.
I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought it through. So there's holes in the whole plan, but I eat her candy. Okay, there, I said it.
I mean,
All right?
every
I'm
parent
the asshole.
eats the candy, but one piece, dude. You got.
I think the problem is
He's
is
3.
the amount. Yeah, and
How-
they're fun size.
Yeah, I guess. It's too much fun though for a 3-year-old. When did you start giving your kids candy? What age?
Day 3.
So
I've never been to a trunk or treat. I had to Google it the other day. To just, is it literally people just give fucking candy out of the trunk of their car?
yeah, so we went to a park
Yeah.
and they let them drive on the grass in this big field, and everybody did a little circle, and they popped all the trunks open, and they would have candy there and decorations. This guy dressed up like Batman, and he had his whole car like Batman themed. Another person was just like, like Mario, and had all like a standee for kids to take a photo. So some people went all out. Some people
There's like
just had a bucket.
there's like 2 to 3 people max that do enough with their trunks that I'm like, okay, this is fine. Everyone else is
Yeah.
just like, oh, you're just a lazy sack of shit, aren't you? You just don't want to drive your kid around.
Let me move the spare
like-
tire and get some Three Musketeers out of here. You guys do that? Is that really a thing?
I didn't start doing it until this year, but it's not going to be too good
It
on
is.
Halloween. So.
It is all the rage down here in the religious South.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is
It's
it a
how
church
they-
thing?
It is here.
Huh.
This was a secular.
I don't think it is
public.
exclusively, but I think that may even be where this came up.
Really.
Yeah, just to keep, I don't know,
Keep
So
them
know
in
all
the
the
spot.
weird shit they say about Halloween.
You live in Chicago, so
Yeah.
do you have the same issue that I have where it's like going to be fucking freezing cold?
31
Dude,
degrees.
I have the issue. It's gonna be fucking freezing cold
Your freezing cold's not the same as ours.
What is
Well,
it?
no, but-
50?
for October. No, it's gonna be like, I put my phone up there. I think the low on Halloween is like 18.
What?
Oh, okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, that's some
You're-
good stuff right there.
Yeah, no,
right
it's
there. Yeah.
Those are numbers. Yeah.
no. We're gonna have like a hard freeze in
Whoa.
October.
Yeah, it's gonna
People will die. I'll be fine.
be. It's gonna be 31 and snowy in Chicago.
Nice.
Are we going to see the Bluey costume again?
So my wife
Come on.
and daughter had a costume, and then I have to like join in on theirs. So my daughter wanted to be a donut, so we got her a donut costume. So she has like a donut, and then my wife made like this thing on TikTok she saw where she became an iced coffee. She looks like a Dunkin' Donuts coffee with a plastic helmet on with the top with the straw that's orange with the pink stripe. It looks great. And then they're like, you could be the receipt. So now I'm gonna be a fucking receipt.
Wait.
What?
Because this is
The
their
receipt.
yeah. Well, wait, they didn't know what went along with it. They're like, what do you always see with a donut and a coffee?
If only
get the
there were
bill.
different kinds of donut.
I didn't think about that, but they wanted
You
me to
could
be a
be.
receipt.
You could have been the donut, and your daughter could have been a donut hole.
I don't know.
God, that is amazing. I need all the
Yeah,
photos of
I
I
have
do
you.
want to
photos.
see the
Yeah.
receipt costume.
I have photos, but yeah, I was Bluey before. Halloween's fun. Halloween's fun.
Antonio, hit me with some quick questions here.
All right, this is this is right on board with what we're talking about here. Pandemic and everything, yeah, but the quick question here is related to hygiene, specifically washing your hands. Okay. I went to the movie theater once, and I was with my.
Well, hang on. This is
going-to-be
about
wife.
hand washing.
Hand
Is
washing.
this pre or post unpleasantness?
This is pre-COVID, right when me and my
Okay.
wife are dating.
Alright.
So we're there,
Okay.
and we're at the little movie theater bar thing. She comes out and she says, "You won't believe this." And I said, "What?" This girl right here did not wash her hands. She was in the stall next to me. You know, we're both coming out or whatever. She walks right out, and she's nasty and whatever. And then so I couldn't focus on anything else. I'm like trying to like look at her, like what is she touching or whatever. And they're like, you know, feeding each other like French fries and shit like that. These two people on the date, and it was disgusting. So my question is to you: have you ever witnessed someone not wash their hands? Or some terrible hygiene story, because I cannot stand this. It happens all the time. I just see dudes just like hit the door after doing some hard work. They're just like, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, dude.
There's hand sanitizer in the car. I can't be seen with this.
Pre and post pandemic, I've seen terrible things on the hygiene department. Where do you stand? I always wash my fucking hands. I thought we all did.
Wait, yeah, I was like, wait, is this a where do we stand question or a
Where do you
what have you
stand?
seen?
Well,
Yeah.
Tell me a story about bad hygiene. You must have some stories about people. You never seen you. How often do you see people not wash their hands? Whoops.
How often?
Yeah. You're like, when do I ever?
I
see
don't
people wash their
necessarily
hands?
watch people
I
in
do.
the bathroom.
I do.
That sounds like a personal
If
problem.
someone's behind me and I'm just like there washing my hands. I see them come out of the stall. Just
The
go
only
straight for the
hygiene
door,
story
fucking-
I can think of. Have I talked about the shitting wizard on this podcast before?
It sounds familiar.
That
but-
sounds very familiar.
It is very familiar now that I.
Okay,
think
so
about
I've
it.
talked about the shitting wizard. So I'm at a grocery store and I'm coming in. I'm just coming in the front door. There's a bench just inside. There is a disheveled man sitting there, and he's got a staff. And he's dirty, he's unkempt, and he smells like shit. And then I go about, my shopping. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. On to produce. And then he just hustles to the bathroom. He hustles into that bathroom in a hurry with his walking stick. And I don't follow. I don't need to know what happens in there. I don't want to be any part of it. But then, I finish my little errand. It wasn't like a full week's worth of groceries. I was just getting some stuff. So we're talking like half-hour time period. Or I'm leaving. I've got my stuff. It's in bags. I'm ready to leave. I see him come out because the bathroom's at the front of the store. I see him come out. Like, one, that's a lot of work, shitting wizard.
How long was he in there? Like 30 minutes? 40
Yeah, it's what
minutes?
it is. He was in there like at least half an hour in there doing whatever terrible, terrible magic. Then this other guy goes, I guess he went to the bathroom. I didn't see him go in. I just saw him I just heard him start going and just start retching and come out. And he's just like, oh my God. And so this dude looks like he's going to pass out from whatever that man did in there. And there is absolutely no way the shitting wizard washed his hands.
No.
Dun dun
No,
dun.
not that dude.
Did he have the stick when he left?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh, he
did.
took his staff.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
God,
No, that's
It
his
was
staff.
made of calcified turds.
It might have been.
Yeah.
It might have been. I never saw it up close.
Yeah, I
Could have
can't
been a
imagine.
big stick. Could have been a bunch of turds.
What the fuck? Is it socially acceptable to just have a cane or a staff or a stick? Or is that weird?
Sure. Why not?
I think
Why wouldn't it be?
that there's a line once you pass a certain size, or if you have, say, a large jewel on top of it, you got to own that shit a little bit.
Yeah, if it's
gotta
got a
earn it.
dragon's claw at the
Yeah.
head of it, then then
Yeah.
we're
But canes, some people just need them, Antonio.
Yeah, what about walkers? What's our stance on people with walkers?
Yeah,
fuck that,
'em.
right?
Yeah.
Fucking walkers. Lamest way to get around, am I right?
People's hygiene in the bathroom. Like, I'm the same as Antonio. Like, when I'm washing my hands in a public restroom and I know somebody's coming out, I like automatically go into judgment mode. Like, I don't make
Absolutely.
eye contact,
Yep.
but I listen for either the sink or the door.
100%.
Right. And I would say
Okay.
here in Minnesota, a good 75% of the time, they're going for the door. And that's not cool.
Are you serious? The Twin
I
Cities
worked-
area? My God.
I worked at a Walgreens
That's disgusting.
Okay.
when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And my most disgusting story is, well, we would always have to like watch people. We'd have to watch them go. No, we'd have to watch when people would use the public restroom because of shoplifting, right?
Sure.
So some dude goes into the public restroom, and a telltale sign is if like you go in there and then there's like a bunch of like open boxes or shit stuffed in the garbage can. But after following this dude in after he exit, my discovery was that he had smeared shit all over the walls,
Oh my God, dude. Why?
which could only be
Oh,
done by hand.
Beautiful.
Right? Like
Ah.
it wasn't like he dropped a turd and he kicked it in the corner. And you
I
know,
was
no,
gonna
this
about
was
to
like
say feet is an
this was like
option.
eye level.
I mean,
Squeegee
still at eye
He's just
level.
gonna kick him around.
Feet is still in play.
It is.
Could you imagine just like balancing on the back of his neck, just like
like a
rubbing
hacky
shit
sack.
with
He's
his
just
Oh.
like kicking that turd around.
Oh my
Just
God.
sit there, fuck,
Yeah. No.
juggling it with.
Public
This is a
bathrooms,
great
it's-
story.
It's never good. When do you have any stories of going into a public restroom and it was clean? These fuckers aren't washing their hands.
No. Wait, did
That ain't
you
happening.
did you have to clean it?
Yeah.
You cleaned shit off a wall?
I mean, I had to.
I mean, somebody has.
Oh
to.
my
Yeah.
God, fuck that. That's when you quit, Adam. Hello.
that was just preparing me for parenthood. That's all that was.
The place to be for Megadads socials is the Megadads Discord, where you can engage with your favorite Megadads as well as other friends of the Megadads every single day in our stress-free and welcoming social space. When you're a member of our Discord, you will get alerts for all of our content drops, so you never have to miss a review, a podcast, or a hot take. Partake in our fun weekly Megadads holidays like Waluigi Wednesday and Final Fantasy Sunday, and become an active participant to make it on JB's Discord leaderboard. Megadads Discord is fun, free, and follows you wherever you go. Join us today and become part of the conversation.
Super Mario Wonder. Antonio, let's talk about it.
So I'm not a big platformer person. I need some pushback. Like I love challenge. So like when I play a game, I'll play on hard difficulty or I'll play like competitive multiplayer.
Really? You will?
shooters. Yeah, I it takes longer to play games like that, but I just need the challenge. So platformers are not too difficult just generally, right? Usually like a kid focus. It's one of your first games. Like Super Mario on the NES was one of my first games. And I love Mario. I love Mario World is like one of my favorite games of all time. And I loved Odyssey. And I want more of that. But these Super Mario, like on the Wii, they had like 8 of them that were the same game. Like all these 2D ones never spoke to me. They just looked too kiddie, childish. I didn't
Never or not for a long time.
I've like picked it up, but I haven't bought those games. Like the
It
last
sounds
4 or 5
like-
games, I didn't play the Mario 2Ds. Like
So
all
you
the
didn't, you
shit.
didn't like new Super Mario Brothers,
Right. I was like, why am I gonna play that shit? So I'm
And
like,
I
Like you're
agree.
down
kids.
for like the Super Nintendo area and like
No,
Mario
yeah,
3.
Yeah,
okay,
Mario
okay.
3, Super Mario World, like
that's fair
Odyssey,
enough. Yep.
like what was the other one? The fucking cool Galaxy 1 and 2, fantastic. I bought a Wii again for a second time just to play Galaxy 2. And it was just I got to this point where I'm like, I'm too old for this shit. Super Mario Brothers Wonder changed my perspective completely on this. I booted it up thinking, okay, I bought my Nintendo Pass. I get 2 games. I'm going to do Zelda and Mario, just like a lot of people ended up doing. I had this voucher all ready to spend. I picked it up, and quite honestly, I don't like the art style. I don't like what they've done.
Out.
At first.
Kick him off this call.
At first, I didn't like it. And then I started to appreciate as the game goes on how much they embrace this flower kingdom and how much of a spin they wanted to put on old ideas like, oh, this is how the backgrounds look. Here are the new enemies. Here's the new power-ups. And every new thing they kept showing, I just got on board with like, this is the flower kingdom. This is a new space. I thought that was going to like wear off after a while, and I was down. The game got me from a visual perspective eventually. And then the other thing that I didn't hear a lot of reviewers talk about is, yeah, they have the left to right stages, but not only do the Wonder Seeds periodically mix things up, but these stages where they call it like break time, and it's like a stage that has a different objective. Right. And maybe I didn't catch these because I didn't play the other 2D Marios. It could be not a new thing, but every once in a while, like every 3-4 stages, they give you a different objective, like solve this puzzle and find the hidden coins and like other things like that. And I was like, this is great. Some of them are like excellent.
Mixes it up rather than just like the...
Yeah, exactly. And then something that comes to mind that ties into another point was this online thing. I was so upset. I was like, I can't play online with someone and just have me and a buddy just, do the level together and just do it regularly and we play the whole campaign. It's like, well, you could do select races if you blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so this is typical Nintendo online, play our way or nothing at all bullshits. But then you start playing and you see the other people in the same level as you, and there was something magical about it. Like it felt happy and alive, and I knew that these other people were enjoying the moment just like I was, and seeing how they were jumping, and I was like, wait, I like this. Like I thought I was gonna not like it. And then one of the levels, one of these bonus levels I referred to, was find the hidden coins, and I'm jumping around, and then like you see the group of people, I'm like, okay, and I couldn't find the next thing, and then this person was like bouncing up and down trying to get my attention, and I'm like, okay, I see you're communicating with me. So he told me to follow him without speaking, and then he brought me to this place, and he was trying to like basically motion with the limited moveset you have. He's like this, and then you can see what the other characters are doing. So he starts pushing a pipe that I didn't know could move, and I see his ghostly like avatar push it. I'm like, oh, I can push this. So I push the same thing in my world, and it reveals a thing that I had to jump on to hit. And it wasn't simple, but I was like, this person just helped me solve this platforming puzzle, and I was blown away. I was
haven't
like,
tried this
is
online thing
beautiful.
at all.
Oh, you have
the online thing. It's very good. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really interesting in a way that I enjoyed it, and I didn't really think I would. I turned it on for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, no, this works.
And I was surprised. I was so surprised. One more thing is the difficulty, right? There are hidden levels, and the secrets you find, as far as, oh, I wonder what happens if I do a trick jump and go there, which I know they probably don't want me to go there, and boom, all of a sudden it's this new section. And not only is it a new section, it's a new path, and you're finding stuff, and it's fun, like a whole mess of coins or a hidden enemy or something. And every level has hidden nooks and crannies, which I wasn't expecting. As soon as it happened, I was like, man, I hope there's more of that. And then I would go to the next level and there was more. And I was like, okay, so there's something to do besides the run from left to right. Like, I'm not just trying to get to the end and get coins or find the hidden coins. It was a little bit more than that. And on top of it, there are harder levels, which are actually very challenging. Like, I just die. Like 4-star, 5-star levels, the way that they rate the difficulty. And it can get punishingly difficult. And then I'm over here like, this is a game for everyone. Like, I feel challenged. And basically, long story short, is Mario Wonder got me going way more than I thought. Now you've both played it. What do you guys think?
I think Will probably has played it. I mean, I think
I've
you've
rolled
both.
credits
I think
on
you've
it.
both played it way
You
more than I have.
credited this shit with the secret stuff.
Oh no, I rolled credits. I haven't done all the secret
okay.
levels and bonus stuff like
'Cause
that.
that would be crazy. There's like plenty of secret stuff.
I mean, there's people that have, but but no, I haven't done all of that. There's a lot of it that I love to pieces.
Mhm.
I love how animated everyone is.
Yeah.
It's like the exact opposite of what New Super Mario Bros. Had been,
Mhm.
which coincidentally fixed like 90% of my problems with New Super Mario Bros. Those search party levels are the worst fucking things in the game. Absolute dog shit.
I've only done one of them so far. I thought it was pretty cool.
That thing you're talking about, Antonio, with the fucking pipe,
Mhm.
that's bad game design.
Nope.
There is nothing to say that this pipe can move. There is nothing to mark. It's not even a different fucking color.
There is. There's like a little slit in where it's supposed to go, like a little thin black line, and you learn to look for it later, and then that's how you know.
And then like there's a hidden block on top of that. It's bad.
That was fucked up.
It's bad.
You're supposed to
It's
move this
bad.
pipe over and then find this random block that's above it. It's like really fucked
Right,
up.
that's bad. That's ROM hacker level shit. That's
A kid
no.
is never gonna get it. Like that's what I need to know. Like
and
that
there's
is.
one in like every world,
Yeah.
and I just hated them.
I love it.
There is like a badge later that like a sensor badge made them more bearable. But no, I fucking hate them. It's one of my two criticisms. One is the search parties. The other is the boss fights are bad. Because it's like the same boss fight in a slightly different room.
Mhm. Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even different in a meaningful way.
I don't think the 2D
Like-
Mario bosses were ever good, right? I mean,
They used to be a lot more diverse than this. When we had the Koopa Kids, they at least attacked in different ways.
yeah.
Oh, this just recycles the same boss over and over?
This is just Bowser Jr. He gets in his little shell and he spins at you.
Huh.
And then you jump on his face. And then maybe he'll do a weird thing. But it doesn't change the objective or how you get there in any way.
Yeah, the jumping on people's heads thing is still a thing in the boss fights, especially. It's like you've seen spins in different platformers. I think of Cocoon that just came out, how it kind of mixed it up a little bit, even though you had a limited move set. It's like, okay, what am I doing this time? But yeah, I could see how it's like very basic.
But like my problem is that it just never iterates on it in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
The last boss fight is better.
Hmm.
It's different. I won't go into too much detail on that, for courtesy reasons. But every time Bowser Jr. was at the end of a castle, it was the same thing, but maybe this time the room is dark. Maybe this time the floor moves a little. Maybe this time maybe sometimes there's a little water in it, but it doesn't change what you're doing or how you do it.
There's like a little gimmick like on each time, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't even think it's enough to call it a gimmick. It would be better if they could just design these around some of these new power-ups they brought out.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that if you get hit, you lose it, but I'm just out here making suggestions for a thing that I criticized. Like, it's already pretty simple. Death is not a huge issue here. Maybe design one around the elephant power-up, and in the room is a tree that grows this elephant apples or whatever. I thought they looked like apples.
The cute elephant is what kept my daughter engaged, and she's, again, 3. She didn't want to play it at first. She's like, no, I keep dying. But then, like, she loved that elephant. It's so cute.
I want to ask the both of you, how did you play the game? Did you play it single player? Did you play it multiplayer? How did you engage with it?
I played it single player, but with the online on.
Okay.
So like they were there, but we couldn't interact with each other. like nobody was going to bounce on anybody else or block anybody off. And if you die, you can touch another player, or you can put these little standees in the ground, and you can use those, and it'll bring you back right where you were.
It's like a revive. If you
Yeah.
you don't die, you become a ghost that floats around. And as long as you touch someone's hand, they like pop you back into existence.
Or a little marker that they've put down somewhere, and that brings you back too.
What about you?
Honestly,
how did you play it?
Great system.
Yeah. So single player online on. I wanted to see how it went, and I won't turn it off. It's just too cool to see people like running around. It's fun. It's like somebody else is playing.
I intend to do like the two people in the same room kind of thing. But when I made the choice to buy Mario Wonder instead of Spider-Man at the time, it was because I knew I was going to this cabin. And my Switch, I can play handheld. I can play this game there. So that's why I did it, and handheld's how I played it. So I haven't really had that opportunity to do couch co-op just yet. But I do intend to give it a shot.
I let my daughter hold the first player and just do it. I was like, because she knows like how to move left and right, and now I'm teaching her to move and jump, and she's pretty good for 3. Like she was doing it. Like she gets upset when she dies, and I was like, okay, well you can be one of the characters like Nabbit or one of the Yoshis that can get hit with and they don't get damage from enemies. And she's like, no, I want to be the princess. So she's just like refused, and she's gotten decent.
I really think they should just make that a toggle instead of locked to characters.
She wanted to be Peach, man. Like I'm playing as Daisy.
Kind of an odd choice.
Daisy's awesome. Like one criticism, because I need to bring it up or I'm going to be very upset. And Adam, I need to hear from you. I know you've only played a little bit, but Will too. Mm-hmm. The music is dog shit compared to like it's like so atrocious. Like I think of Mega Man and Metroid and Castlevania and these amazing franchises that have great music. Mario doesn't
those have always had better music than Mario.
Right. Mario has traditionally not had the best, but it's been good at different points. This is unmemorable to the max. Like it doesn't go along with the stage in like this like it's not good, it's not catchy, it's not memorable, and that's a shame. Because who do they have making this shit? Make good music or get someone else who's gonna make good music.
It's really interesting that you say that, and I think what you said, it's not memorable. I think that's probably where I land, because honestly, I can't remember.
I'm also sitting here. I can remember the music for one level, and that's because the music was front and center.
The Piranha Plants
on Parade. Yeah,
exactly.
Piranha Plants on Parade.
Yeah.
But other than that, I couldn't. Yeah, I had no idea.
Isn't that a shame? Isn't that a shame?
In Piranha Plants on Parade, I accidentally killed one.
No, what happened?
And they don't sing that one doesn't sing anymore.
Oh.
So he was the only one on screen. I'd hit the run button, but I had a fire flower, so I accidentally knocked him off. There was just no singing until another Piranha Plant came on the screen.
Oh, that's sad.
It was so sad.
Yeah.
I'm playing this game exclusively couch co-op, so 4-player.
Nice.
And what I find really interesting is like they've taken out the whole aggravation of playing these games with other people, because notoriously that's kind of where Nintendo landed with 4-player Mario over the last couple generations. It's like it's fun to play with other people, but also like you're gonna want to fucking murder them because you're constantly slamming into each other, knocking each other into cliffs.
Yeah, it's friendly fire. Your avatar hits their avatar in the old new Super Mario.
I do think the couch co-op doesn't do that either.
It does not. You go through each other.
Just go right through each other to the point where we were trying to. We saw like a high platform, and I said to my wife, I'm like, oh, just jump up and I'll knock you up there. I'll launch you up. And we went right through each other, and it's like, oh, that's right. You can't do that anymore because that's also an assist in those games, is you can piggyback people up. That I think is a really interesting choice. The fact that they've taken out the time limits.
Yeah, that was so weird.
There seems
Oh
to be
yeah,
like,
I
there seems
hadn't
to
even
be-
picked up on that yet.
No time
Yeah, there seems to be
limit.
like a really conscious decision to try to make it less aggravating to play with more people.
Some of the wonder segments have timers.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
So-
It,
Yeah,
the
some of the
timer
wonder
goes
segments and
down.
levels do have timers.
Okay.
I think some of them are telling you, here's how much time you have until the wonder effect stops.
Sure. Okay.
Well, right, but then you can't get the wonder seed for that.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like you got.
But even like dying, like you said, you don't really die. You turn into a ghost, and all you have to do is float to a person right next to you, and boop, you're back. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of appreciate that from a perspective of playing with young kids. My son obviously is better at games than I am, but like my daughter is not much of a gamer, so she can play this and I can play with her, and neither of us gets that upset. So I really like that. But it's charming. I really like the visual style, just like Will. The animations of Mario going in the pipe and his hat pops off and he turns around and he grabs it.
Yeah.
I like the new voice of Mario. I'll say it. I think it's fine. I like him. I like Luigi. I don't feel like, oh my God, it's not Mario. Like, it's different, but I think it's fine.
I don't think that there's like enough of that here that like you would really even give much notice to it if they didn't like announce it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That
Perfectly
said,
fine.
you mentioned that. I kind of forgot they recast. I didn't play those. I played princesses the whole time.
Yep. Daisy FCW.
So,
yeah. The badges that you're talking about, you can equip one badge, that an item pickup that alters gives you an ability, like you can wall jump and get some extra height, or you have like a bouncy jump where your height is just incredibly like strong and you could go higher than normal. You have a parachute that you can begin to glide with, a la Breath of the Wild, but 2D, like you float down. And I've gotten, I want to say, only less than 10 badges, but I like that you have to earn them through these challenge levels. So they give you the badge.
Well, it's not so much earning them as going through a tutorial for it.
Yeah, it's like, here's the badge, here's how we want you to use it, and then you complete the tutorial, and that's like, okay, do you want to equip this badge now? And then you go. So later on, you can swap these, and I think that there's going to be a lot there for people who are trying to find secrets, equipping a certain badge in a certain stage to get some secret thing. And I think that I hoping that they did all that work to make it useful for some purpose, because I haven't gotten that deep yet. But there's a underwater badge. You can only use it underwater, where you can break blocks by gaining speed, and you could even jump
like the
out like a
dolphin kick
dolphin.
thing.
Yeah.
So the way that you're able to move allows you to have some upward momentum out of the water when you normally wouldn't. And I'm like, there's got to be something in some level that lets you like free willy it over it into a secret area or whatever.
I mean, I haven't 100%ed everything, but as far in my experience, every like secret exit and stuff like that, none of it's been tied to badges specifically.
Damn.
The badges have just been there to mix it up if you want it.
Not necessary. Or
And some of them are, because you can play without badges too. You can just go in without one at all. They seem to just be there to enhance the experience, which is super cool. I'm fine with that. I wish there was like a flag on levels that had water in them, so that I would put on the stupid dolphin kick badge.
Yeah.
But like every time I see one, it's like, I should have put on that badge, but I'm not backing out now.
When you die, do they not give you an option to swap out? I could.
Well, they do, but
but you have to go in.
I would have to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And then run back from the beginning, and maybe I just make it and I just don't enjoy it the way I usually don't enjoy swimming in 2D Mario games.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we got 3 new power-ups. We got the elephant, we got the bubbles, and we got the drill. What's your favorite?
Is that all there is? Because I thought there was going to be more.
But that's the new stuff.
The new stuff.
Oh, the new stuff.
Fire flowers aren't. Fire flowers are old news, my friend.
The star.
Yeah.
I like the elephant. That's it.
I have not got to the drill yet in the game, although I did play with the drill when I played it at PAX, and I thought that was freaking cool. I really liked the drill.
The drill is pretty cool.
but I haven't been able to use it like expansively in this game.
I really like the bubbles. I like that you can bounce on them and it changes stuff up in a way that like a lot of the other ones don't. The drill is good too, but on those levels that really make use of it, the drill is way more situational.
Yeah.
It's one of those super situational power-ups. I feel like every time I really needed it, I was probably going to lose it right before I got to the part where I needed it, and then I needed to backtrack and go find another one. The bubble, I really like the bubble. I like the bouncing on it. I'm not super good at it, but you can chain them out and just keep going.
Yeah, like it. I think that's advanced because they don't really explain that.
No, they do not.
But you can
like,
bump.
Yeah.
You could do like a little bop off of the bubbles that you spit out. So create your own like temporary.
It changes the way I approach things in a way that none of the other power-ups really did for me.
Yeah.
The elephant was very much I need it sometimes, or usually to break some blocks. I wish they did something with the water, how you can fling water out of your trunk.
You can water plants, and that's all I've ever used.
Yeah, but like you get like a coin, you get like $1.
Yeah, that's sad.
You get like $1. It I don't think it's ever like it might pay off like one time. There's like one level where you can really make use of the water, but you could also just throw water pots around, and it also gets the job done.
Yeah.
So for me, it's bubble all the way.
How do we feel about the fact that Nintendo, over the last couple of installments of Mario, seems to be making Mario more trippy? Like, I feel like the last couple Mario games, it's just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, this game is all about hallucinogens, basically. You know what I mean?
110% with it, for it. 100%. I love it.
And I don't know if this
every
is just
minute of it.
I don't know if this is just an age thing where I'm like looking at Mario differently, but I don't remember Mario being so damn weird when I was a kid.
So like the last couple Mario games, you could either possess living creatures and make them do your bidding, or this one where you could just go on a little acid trip if you want. Some of those are really good, especially the ones where it like changes your form.
Well,
those are really good.
You have to think about the first Mario games with fresh eyes to understand that it was always like that.
I mean,
you play a plumber who's in a fantasy world who climbs inside of giant pipes, and you're fighting turtles, and you're eating mushrooms to double your size, and you could break bricks with your fucking head, and like you're finding a princess who's just been
his hand
captured.
Goes up there.
Yeah, it's like it's been trippy, but we are used to the concept of a plumber fighting Goombas.
Okay,
and it's just like it's been trippy from the beginning.
Even then, like. It's a weird execution of it, but it's still pretty cut and dry power-up stuff. Whereas here, you touch a flower and then the pipe is crawling.
It's crazier now for sure.
And
you gotta mix it up. It's like in the bedroom, things get stale after a while, and you gotta pull something out every once in a while. Something comes out of the drawer.
Is what I have wanted out of the Mario franchise for quite a while. Yeah. Is for them to mix it up in the way they have with like
change positions,
Odyssey and Wonder, especially the 2D stuff.
Add some rails.
I am like a notorious detractor of new Super Mario Bros. Past the first one, because the first one, fine, great, a new 2D Mario on my DS, yay. And then they just kept making that one game over and over and over again.
That's so shitty.
Including, this time you can have 2 Toads, because adding a princess would be too difficult.
Yeah.
So
I like where it's going.
Before we wrap up on Mario Wonder, what is our overall preference? 2D or 3D? With like the latest installments, we're not going to take the whole history of things.
Right.
The current state of 2D and the current state of 3D. What do you prefer, Will?
Oh man, are we talking Mario specifically?
Yep.
Okay, Mario specifically. I think I still have to go 3D. Because as much as I do love Wonder and everything it's changed and everything it's refreshed, there's enough of that stuff I've seen too many times before with like boss fights and stuff like that. And like Odyssey mixed things up a lot more because it had, you know, way more things that you could put your cap on and do weird stuff with. Take it to a different part of the level, do weird stuff over there. There was a lot more, I feel like there was a lot more freedom to it, a lot more freedom to be weird and creative, and that just speaks to me personally. They're both good. I prefer the 3D.
3D all the way. I mean, Mario's peaked in the 3D space. Mario 64, you had Galaxy 1 and 2, Odyssey. It's amazing. And those
Nobody
games
talks about Sunshine.
Fuck Sunshine. Those games.
Sunshine.
Fuck you.
Fuck Sunshine.
Good stuff.
The 3D experience is way more addicting for me. I just have to keep going, and it's more challenging and more interesting for me by far. I think Switch 2 will launch with Odyssey 2.
I'm right along with you guys. I think 3D is just, I love the 2D stuff, but when I think of especially like the Switch era of 3D, Odyssey, and the re-release of 3D World with Bowser's Fury, it's just so good. It really is. Yep. Super Mario Wonder is excellent, but I don't think it holds a candle to 3D. So
yeah. So I said my preference is 3D. I do feel like Wonder is a bigger step in the right direction than like the 3D games. They're still good. They're still iterative. They're still better than the old ones, but it's not as big a shift for me as it is for Wonder. Wonder is a bigger step in the right direction, but I still like the 3D ones a little bit more.
Where Odyssey had the moons and like addicting and just kept the gameplay going. You get a moon, you just keep going. Like there's nothing like that in these 2D games. I would give it like an 8 out of 10, even though it's really good. It is really good. It's missing that like I could stop after 3 worlds and just be done with it and not feel like I was really missing out on it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the surprises, but it's just not to the level of something like an Odyssey. And Odyssey is a masterpiece 10. This is a very good game, but they need to mix up the pull. You earn all these credits and this purple currency that, you know, buys you extra lives or some standees. Like you have to iterate on the progression in these games or give you some other sense of accomplishment. They missed a big opportunity by not unlocking costumes or something where, you know, Mario wearing a different color or, you know, dress up like a frog. He doesn't even have to jump like the frog. Just give me a Tanuki suit and just have it be cosmetic. Like, come on, guys. Get your best people on this.
I think that specifically is just not worth the labor investment, because then you have to have a version of that costume that changes based on what power-up you've actually got.
You're right.
Because a lot of those, like,
You're right.
a lot of those are slight changes.
You're right. But just give me something else. Like the moons had me like crack cocaine. I needed to get all the fucking moons. You know what I mean? Like you needed that gold star in Mario 64. You needed to get all of them. You needed to figure that secret shit out to get that last gold star. You needed that shit. Make me need this. You make me want to go through the next thing. That's it. Mario Wonder.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Megadads Live. And remember, if you enjoyed the show, head over to patreon.com/Megadads and show your support by becoming a member of Megadads Plus. We will see you guys next Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye.